guys, so we're just watching my latest story time on YouTube, and there's some extra information that came up. Mom just turned around to say that she doesn't think she knows me. Hi Mom, why do you feel like you don't know me, babes? Why do you feel like you don't know me, Mom?
You're a stranger to me.
How?
I don't know you.
Mom, I was young, you know?
I get to know via your channel that when I thought my daughter was nicely tucked in bed, sleeping like the good girl I thought you were.
I am!
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
You're wearing booty shorts in winter.
Mom, I was... listen.
Booty shorts in winter.
They were not really booty shorts.
What
they were
were
just,
they?
you know, short shorts.
What are short shorts?
Short shorts are just shorts that are short, but booty shorts are those ones that look like thongs.
But you told YouTube that you were wearing booty shorts, even short shorts in winter.
I had a jacket.
And you didn't even have a cab fare.
No. What are these called? Growing pains?
So what did you go with? You were there. You were there. It has just been mentioned.
Did you not hear me say I wasn't there?
No, you were
Coco.
there.
Were you there?
She was there.
Coco
Clear.
wasn't there.
Do you know? I think if you need to know your children, go on these things and then you'll see them. I need to go into therapy for this. For the longest time, I thought you were a good black girl from a good black family. Wearing booty shorts in winter.
Mom,
booty shorts.
it's growing pains.
No wonder why the movie.
Did you not do things that were a bit when you were younger? Oh my God, Mom, so you must have been an angel.
I was an angel. There's nothing about me that I can never. My mother will be the first person to tell you that I was. She says when she had a baby when she was 16.
Imagine, Mom. All I did at 16 was wear booty shorts and go to a fake club.
I'm like, it's really like.
Why do you look so shocked?
I never went to a booty club.
I don't think there were the booty clubs in Zimbabwe.
Just a teenage pregnancy. That's all.
It's even worse.
I don't think so. I personally, that time, that was the trend.
It was the trend was
I was
just
actually
having kids.
I was the oldest. When I told my mom was, let me tell you about the story that I told my mom.
Yeah, let me pause this. But
you know, because I grew up in the ghetto, right?
yeah.
Proper ghetto, and I hated it. Hated it. I never sort of like had, you know, when you don't see yourself belonging in a place.
Yeah.
Because I always say to myself, I really don't want to be here.
Yeah.
So all my friends were from, you know, the burbs, and you know, I never spoke to people from the ghetto because I never, you know, I was a proper bougie ghetto girl.
Yeah.
Bear in mind, I had only one bra and two pairs of knickers. That didn't stop me from, you know, flossing.
Yeah.
So I found this my boyfriend, who was later to be the father of my child, and he was, you know, a prominent writer, didn't live in the ghetto, came from a good family, and I said that is it. Hallelujah. And then one thing led to another, and then I got I got pregnant. So at this point I had to tell my mom, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I didn't know how to tell my mom. My mom, bear in mind, my mom is really violent. My mom will punch you for nothing.
Oh my God.
My mom will punch you for taking a mango. So can you imagine trying to tell my mom that I'm pregnant?
Yeah.
And I'm 16. And also because I was very bright at school. I was so bright, and I was sort of like my mom's ticket out of poverty.
Yeah.
So I didn't know how to say this. You know, you're thinking at some point this belly is growing, right? At some point I'll need to tell my mom.
Yeah.
At some point this conversation has to
happen. Yeah.
But you just don't know when. So me being me, my uncles came to see my mom because my mom was not very well shaded. My mom has got a heart condition. She's got a congenital heart problem. So yeah, my mom is good. I would have potentially killed my mom. That's the other thing. So my uncles came and their wives, and there was everybody. There was like literally 15 people in the house.
Yeah.
You know, come to see my mom, and we were watching a musical program on telly. in an African musical program, right? So I was sort of like sat by the corner. I gave all these people cups of tea, and they were drinking tea.
Yeah.
And so people say, "Oh, this song is really nice. We've never seen it before, right?" And then you know, the song finishes, and people are sort of like quiet because there was an advert. And I just went, "Mom!" This is how it sounded. I don't think that's the way I say it. "Mom, I'm pregnant!"
What did she say?
I don't think that's how it sounded in my ears.
Yeah.
But when I was speaking to one of my cousins, when I was speaking to her, she said to me, "No, it didn't sound like that." I literally went like,
Isn't it the worst thing when you think the best time to deliver news is when your mom's around people?
Yeah,
when I was younger, I used to think like, you know, when you deliver news around when your mom's around so many people, you won't get into trouble. But when those people leave.
So my mom sort of like gave me that eye. You know that when your parents give you that eye, we sort of like says, "You're dead to me."
Yeah.
Kind of thing, or "You're the worst thing that ever happened."
Oh, that's
in
not
my
very
life.
nice.
You know when you can see, you know, when your mom's face is literally saying, you know, disgust. My mom just went. And in my language, she went, "I always knew you were a prostitute." You always have that cousin, right?
Yeah.
That cousin who, when things like this happen, when things like that happen, they go,
They're sipping the drink.
and you have that cousin who, you know, deep down they're going. So, you know, I've got cousins like that.
Yeah.
And you've got that cousin who cannot, you know the dyslexic cousin who cannot spell and who's always been a disappointment.
And now they're happy that you're the donkey.
This is going down in history. So my mom was so disappointed in me, and she never said anything to me. She never spoke to me. She never told me how she felt about the whole thing. And you know, I think I was used to my mom slapping me. That I think it would have been better if she slapped me, or
Yeah, they're not saying anything at all.
So she didn't say anything. She didn't speak to me for a week. So I left home, and then I went to my then boyfriend. And I told him that, look, home is unbearable because my mom just won't say anything. She literally would not look at me.
Imagine how awkward it must have been living in the house when your mom's not saying nothing to you.
And you know, because my mom is this very sadistic person. You know, my mom, what she'd do sometimes, she'd do what we call carry over beats, right? You know, when she'd beat you and she gets tired, right? You go to bed thinking it's over. And then she just remembers what you've done. And she'll come and wake you up and carry on beating you.
So imagine you're sleeping at like 2 a.m. in the morning. She just, whenever she thinks about it, she just wake up and starts beating.
Yeah, we used to call them carryover beats. If my brother was there, she would tell you about it. He would tell you about it. And so she just stopped talking to me, and she just wouldn't look at me. You know, I was like, so I left and I went to live with my then he became my husband. He was very good. When I told him, he said, "Okay, you can come." And his mother absolutely loved me.
Aww.
And because bear in mind I was 16.
Yeah.
So I met my now sister. This is so funny. She was 16 as well. She was my sister-in-law. And we literally were teenagers. We just behaved like teenagers. I remember one time we were fighting over a bone. This is me married now.
Fighting over a bone.
And we broke the door. And the other time we slept with a candle, a candle burning, and then it started burning the chair. We woke up and we pissed on it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because we just looked at each other and thought that's the best thing we could do. So we weed on the chair and yeah, but it wasn't such a bad life.
Yeah.
But my mom could never say I was a naughty girl. I just made a very, very bad decision, and yeah, and then she was born. That one day. Do you know, Mercy's got 3 views on YouTube here. She's already thinking she's a star.
I am.
She just spoke to me. She was like, "What do you mean?"
Oh my God, Mom. No, I did not. No, I did not.
What do you mean?
Telling lies about me.
What do you mean? So yeah, these mothers were out mothering each other, right? You know, when somebody goes, my daughter goes to bed at 11, and that one goes, 11. No, that's too late. Mine goes to bed at 9. And that one goes, 9 too late. Mine goes to bed at 7. 7. And you know, there's the one on the choir, the one who really wants to outmother everyone. She
Yeah.
goes, my daughter never wakes up.
She's dead.
She goes to bed. And never. When she sleeps, she sleeps. So people started talking about underage clubbing.
Yeah.
Right, just in general, and people were like, oh, and then it starts. My daughter doesn't even know the door to a club. Some goes, my daughter doesn't even know what a club is.
Bear in mind, this woman's daughter is like.
Yeah,
She's
and you see the
about-
thing is, you see the
She was about.
yes, and that
But most people don't know their kids. It's just
my daughter. This one, listen to this one. My daughter was at a church sermon last week at a place called Lipid. Teaching the good word of the Lord in Lipid. She's always going to church in Lipid every Saturday. That's what she does. So I'm thinking,
lipid.
Lipid. It's Lipid in town. I said, do you mean liquid? Yes, that's the
Liquid back in the day was popping. It was the best club ever. It was no church place. It was no church venue.
one. See, the more we do these videos, I'm actually getting to know the real.
No, mom. I'm only saying this because every single party used to happen at Liquid, but obviously I was young at that time.
Every single party.
Yes.
So you've been to every single.
No, I wasn't every single party, but
thank God
I used to have, it wasn't even my friend. I used to know this girl, and I used to go to her house, and then she used to have a sister, and the sister was about, but the mom thought that.
I think you're talking about the same person.
I think we're talking about the same
That's the same
person.
person.
That's the same
That's the
person.
same person we're talking about. What I'm saying is, now I cannot even be part of the outmothering club, because now when people see these things, I can't even say my daughter doesn't even know what liquid is. My daughter, the only liquid.
I don't know what Liquid is. Mom, I did not go to a club, mom.
And soft drinks.
That is all I know.
Same. Especially me. I'm the
And that's what I'm saying. When we went out, it was not a club, because we wouldn't even be allowed to go anywhere near a club. It was a pub where everyone was practically underage. And you know, when you're younger, you just want to feel.
Rockets, mom.
You know, it's more.
Rockefeller.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the place. Like everyone in there was underage. It was like a weekly thing.
Watch when this comes out and Rockers gets closed down. It's not open anymore.
Everyone in there was underage.
These 2 black girls and their mother got shut down for exposing us for underage, letting in underage people.
That's one
That's
crusade.
their day for letting everyone in underage.
It is.
Ask for
No, they didn't even ask for
That's
ID.
one crusade I would want to lead. You know, the mom who shuts down all the clubs. I'll be naming and shaming them. Do you know what? Because how can you be letting underage kill children? That is pedophilia.
You didn't even go in there.
I used to let people in underage are closed now.
Yeah, they're all closed.
Crime doesn't pay.
Crime doesn't pay, bruv.
So you know all the places that let underage kids. So you were busy, weren't you?
My message told me.
There was one place. I did like this place, I'm not gonna lie. I forgot it was called though. I forgot what it was called. No, man, but we wasn't underage then. It was like 18, 19, but obviously
I was underage. These lot weren't underage.
so I was always doing everything
I
underage.
was dragged along.
Things underage.
It wasn't my idea. It was their idea.
And you know, those days,
That's
I
the
can
thing
remember,
about
you know, the dark days when you guys were 18 and 19, that was the darkest time in my life. I almost actually went into solitary confinement.
Aww.
You never used to, you know, when I ring you, right, I'll ring the phone and somebody would go, hello, hello, and you'd hear Corinne going, put the phone down! And then you ring it, and then
No, that's not true.
That's not true at all.
All I remember, what I can remember, right, is like we would go out and mom used to be so stressed out. Like she's one of those parents.
That was a true day. It wasn't going on. I'd go to town.
Yeah, we'd go to
in the
town.
day.
We go to town in the day, and then you say to mom, okay, mom, I'm coming back in like 2 hours. But obviously, you know, when you're a teenager, you meet people and then you get caught up, and this is like literally 2 hours and 2 minutes later.
Yeah.
Your phone is like.
Belling up.
Your phone is belling up, ring, 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 ring. And at this point, you know, like if you pick up the phone, mom was gonna cuss you down.
Mom, right?
Yeah.
She would, like cuss you out over the phone. Like And then when you get home.
When you get home, she's cool. She's like, oh, yeah. Oh, how was your day? What did you get up to? Who did you see? So it was a lot better to ignore the phone calls and then just get home and be friends than pick up the phone, get shouted at, then you get home and you're Mardi and she's all, and she doesn't understand why you're all like this. No, and she's so happy.
But it's teaching responsibility, isn't it?
No, Mom, it was. But what I can remember us doing though was when we were walking through the park. No, when we were walking through the park. No, I'm saying when Mom starts blaring when we're walking through the park, we would rather ignore your phone calls because we wanted to jog home and just get there as quickly as possible.
The park is like 3 minutes away from the house.
3 minutes away from the house.
You know, you're saying you.
I didn't say anything. Matthew said something.
It's the post office, and we used to be really cool with the post office. Oh, this suitcase is so annoying. So we used to be really cool with the post office, right? So we used to go there and everything would be cool, but because we had like so much post, other customers sometimes were getting a little bit tired of the waiting time, so they would like always complain. So at one point my sister used to go to the post office and people just used to huff and puff, and she like used to like she used to get threatened actually. Like at one point someone actually stood outside the post office and is like started cussing her out. So every time we used to come, we used to not use the actual post office, but we used to use the shop's post office. But then also that was cool for a while. Okay, hold on, thank you. I'm trying to cross the road with my suitcase. For a while that was cool, and then we did that for a little bit, and then after a little bit it was a problem because every time we'd go to the post office they'll start huffing and puffing like, oh, you know, we can't do the post, we haven't got enough people, and like all of this stuff. And I'm thinking, I'm using your services just like anybody else, therefore I'm a customer, so you should just serve me how you would serve anybody else, and we won't have to have these little arrangements and we won't have to wait. You just treat me like every other person. I come to the post office, I wait in line, you serve me, and then, you know, and then that's it. Because if any other person comes to the post office, they'll wait in line, whether they want a stamp or they want to get money. You wait in line, wait your turn, you get your turn, and they do it. But what they used to do with us, they used to like do it in dribs and drabs. So they would, you know, do the post if there's like no one there, and then as soon as people come they'll stop doing our posts and then say, okay, just wait for a little bit because you've got loads, they just want this and they just need this. And at first I think we were very, very understanding because we understood that we had a lot of things, and you know, no one likes to wait for over 2-3 hours, so we used to say fine. And then after a while we used to go there and they literally said, we can't do your post, you have to come back at such and such time. And I'm thinking, but I don't want to come at such and such time because I have things to do. Do you know what I mean? My life doesn't just revolve around the post office. I have other things to do as well, just like you do. I have a job just like you have a job. So when I come and I wait in line for my turn to be served, please treat me with the respect and serve me so I can go home. So then after that it wasn't getting any better, so I thought we would come do the drop and go service. So you come, drop your post off, and then I used to literally come back after 3-4 hours and then give them the time to work however they wanted to work, as long as my post was done on the same day and it was dispatched. And then that was all cool for a bit, But again, they just, you know, started acting very funny. Not much was getting done, and obviously you would get frustrated like any other person. You know, it's annoying, it's not fun. So what we decided to do was, you know, run our own little post office at home. So we got all the equipment. Oh, actually I forgot, we actually, you know, when you go to the post office with the package, you're supposed to do customs. They're supposed to give you custom slips. They're supposed to write all of this. They're supposed to wait. They are supposed to do that. But what we decided to do before we dropped the post off, we used to do all of that at home, which means half the job we had already done before we got to the post office. So I think we were thinking, okay, we already do half the job for you by doing all the weighing and stuff that you're supposed to be doing. Your job is to just now take the stuff from the bag and post. Why are you finding it so difficult? But no one had answers. It was always ooh, ah. So we had our own little post office situation at home. Therefore we started paying for our post via online, which means that they were not getting any profits and they were not getting any money from us. And straight after that, the relationship just went sour. Like, it went sour. We would go there, they would be like, we started paying for our own posts and processing our own things because they were not doing it on time. They were not happy. So we were thinking, okay, it's either you give us the service that we want and we stay, or if you carry on giving us the service that we don't want, we're gonna do the things our own way, and then you hold your own part of the bargain and just post the stuff. So now they're not getting any profit. At first I think it was just a few, and then we pay for a few, and then after that we realized nothing had changed. So we started doing everything at home, and then they got so annoyed to the point where they will find any excuse. You said this is a small parcel, this is not a small parcel. When you put your details in whatever site you're using, it will tell you exactly what it is. Okay, it weighs this much, what's in it, this is what it is. But when we went there, it was, no, it's not that much, you've done it wrong, blah blah blah, you're paying less, we're not getting anything from this because you're now just doing online and they're getting all the profits and we're not getting anything from this. So it kind of made me feel like, okay, after that incident I was just like, do you know what, it's fine. I think their thing was the only other post office near my house is, look guys, I dropped my suitcase. Ugh. So the only other post office near my house is all the way in town, and obviously that is a little bit long. So they were thinking, you know what, the next post office is in town, and guess what, B, you ain't going nowhere. But guess what, I've got the energy. I used to take my bags, get an Uber, go all the way to town and post. But what happened today is that this thing needs to go. I need a post office. The post office in town is closed. So where am I going? I'm going to my frenemies. So that was my little story with the post office. So let's see, I'm gonna go in and see how it goes and watch someone make some damn excuse. If anyone has them passed, like seriously, I'm not having it. So I'm just gonna go in there. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know if I'm gonna be a nice Mercy or not so nice Mercy, depending on how they treat me, but I'll see you when I get in there. I'll probably just film a little bit, not too much, but we'll see. So yeah guys, I'm here and I'm just gonna walk into the post office. My outfit is so ridiculous, you would not even want to know what I'm wearing, but here we go.
Thank you. Cut it out now.
Sorry?
Cut it now.
We take 500 discount, yeah?
Yeah, it's changed, it's 2,000.
No, not here.
No, it is. I've
got the boss here.
done a course at the post office today.
Yeah, you can do it, but I can't take.
Okay, it's £2,000. I've actually reported it to the post office.
Yeah, that's fine.
And they've told me today it's 2,000. Every counter.
No.
No,
over
for.
there. This is open.
Yeah, no.
You just
I've been on
open.
course today. Post office.
There is a robot.
I know, but it's not, I know what I'm doing.
Can you see aggression, guys? Just pure aggression. I'm actually not even over exaggerating. Aggression. Anyways, I'm gonna go back and wait in line.
I've been with them today. They've changed it.
Yeah,
They're actually coming down here to speak to you about it. We've changed it to 2,000. I know, well, you're awake.
we will get the letter.
No, they're coming in. I told them they're coming in.
Imagine I've got like a whole suitcase full of stuff. Mad. I wonder how long it's going to take. But we'll see. I just got told to wait that she was serving, so I have no idea what's going on.
One eternity later.
Guess who's back again. Yeah, so guys, I'm just leaving the post office. I've posted and I'm all finished, and I had to like slyly record some clips so whilst we're mid doing our little posting, two customers were behind me, so she was like, we need to stop, I need to serve this too and then we can continue. And I was like, you know what, cool, do what you want, you can stop and then we can continue. But whew, so I feel like 10 pounds lighter now that my suitcase is not heavy no more. But yeah, that's what happened, guys. There was no conversation, nothing, just straight up awkwardness. And I'm happy though, because I've managed to like post everything that I need to post. And yeah, God is good all the time. She wasn't very happy to see the post. She was like, what have you got? And I was like, packages. And she was like, you're doing all of that? And I was like, yes, all of that. But it was just an awkward silence. No one spoke to anybody. I was just on my phone minding my business, as I do. But I'm on my way home now, and I will catch you guys later because clearly I'm running out of breath.